So my New Year's resolution was actually to make and upload more videos. And as we're already 12 days into January, I don't think I've done enough to progress in making that resolution a reality. But hopefully this will be a start to what will become more and more frequent uploads. First off, I've joined a production team called A Weird Kind of Rodeo. We have a Facebook page and a Twitter, and hopefully we'll be doing video game commentaries, sketches, short films, and at the moment we're doing a live radio piece on Thursdays at 10 PM on bravefordradio.org.uk. So if you can check that out, we're called The Nightlight, and yeah, it's on every Thursday. Second is the Nerimon YouTube survey. Now this was from 2012, but as the person who tagged me was late, I'm late, and it's not all his fault. I could have done this earlier, but I'm lazy, of course, and I've been procrastinating, and I haven't done a video in a long time, so it all mounts up together. But the person who tagged me was Tom Burlinson. He's a good friend of mine from university, and it's actually kicking me into gear to making a new video, so here we go. Why are you called that? Now, I don't know if you're referring to my name or my YouTube name, but I'm called my name because my mum and dad decided that if I was a girl, I would have been called Cassie or Casey, but if I was a boy, then I think they told me that they went through a list of names and tried to think of what kids might call me at school if I had that name. Mean names and stuff like that. And so they settled on Richard in the end, not realising that they could call me Dick, which they did. For a lot of my school they used to call me Dick, but that doesn't really bother me anymore. It didn't really bother me back then, but it was a little annoying. But in the end it turned out to be a really good name, because a lot of people think it's a stage name, and as I do acting, it's quite funny listening to people in the industry go, oh, is that a stage name? And me just going, no, it's my actual name. So in that perspective it was a really good choice, and I really like my name. So if you're referring to my YouTube name, then I would like to say it was all planned, but actually it was a fluke. Back when I first made my YouTube channel, I was not able to spell that great, and I liked the name Tremor. So one thing led to another, and I made a YouTube channel called Tremor, but spelled with an O-U-R. Later I started telling people that the O-U-R was because YouTube is a kind of community, and the O-U-R stood for the community of YouTube, and it was R-Tremor and Tremor and all this other stuff, and Tremor is like a rumble, and really it wasn't. It was just that I liked the name Tremor and I spelled it wrong. Who was your favourite school teacher? My favourite school teacher is Dawn Pajevich. I think I've been her student from year 8 of secondary school, and she's helped me through a lot. She's not only been my drama teacher, but she's helped me get distinctions in LAMDA, London Academy of Music and Dramatic Arts. We've gone from being student teacher to friends, and now even colleagues, because we've worked on short films together and plays. I hope to keep working with her throughout my life. What is the strangest thing you've ever eaten? I don't actually know. I tend to block things that I don't particularly like, or I find too strange out of my mind, so I don't keep reliving it. But I'd have to say, from what I can remember, the strangest thing I've ever eaten is deep fried ice cream. Don't know if you've ever had deep fried ice cream, but it's really crunchy and hot on the outside, but on the inside it's runny and cold. It's a really weird mixture of textures, but it's actually quite nice as well, so I would recommend it. The flavour I had was vanilla. I don't know what any other flavour would taste like, but vanilla was quite nice. Tell us about your first gig. Coincidentally, I wrote these questions down after I got dressed, but my first gig was actually McFly. At least solo gig. I did go for a few gigs with my mum and my mum's friends before. I think we went to see Five, Blue, Steps and S Club 7. But my first solo gig was to McFly, which was brilliant. The atmosphere, the people, McFly themselves, it was just amazing. And I'd recommend going to see it if you're a McFly fan. And even if you're not, because it was just brilliant. What is your favourite place in the world? There's a place in London that I just love. It's quite close to my house, but me and my friends used to call it Carmy Hill. It was a little fenced off place, but there was a hole in it, and if you go up, there's a kind of hill of grass. You might have seen it when I did a video for Ed and I drank a can of Coke, but that's where I was. I was on top of Carmy Hill, and it looks over the whole of London, and at night time it's the most beautiful place. So yeah, my favourite place at the moment is Carmy Hill in London. Who are you tagging for the survey next? I'm tagging the whole of Arcor minus Tom Burlinson, as he's already done it. So get off your asses and do the video, because now you have a reason to. Also, I'm tagging Jackie and Alex, who are my friends from London, as they both made videos before, and I thought, you know, give them a reason to make more videos. Last on my agenda to talk about is Sir Ian McKellen. Oh my god. My friend Jackie, the one who I tagged in this video, she took me to see a special screening of The Hobbit. Sir Ian McKellen was going to be doing a Q&A. Luckily, the tickets that Jackie got us was in the press area, so I was able to take photos and film a majority of the Q&A. But that man, he's brilliant. He did this all for charity. We got to hold the staff that Gandalf actually holds in The Hobbit, and the hat was there, Gandalf's hat, the grey hat, and also his sword. They weren't replicas, they were the actual props used in the film, and the feeling of that was just amazing. So if you want to see the Q&A session, the link will be in the crotch bar, as well as the links to anyone I've mentioned in this video. I'll be uploading the videos separately at some point, but at the moment they're just going to stay private, and